Hello, and welcome to my symbiotic kitchen. It used to be my wife's kitchen as we were raising 4 children. She was the one that prepared 3 meals a day for them, and after they grew up and left, I took over kitchen duties. But I don't use this kitchen like most people use kitchens. For example, this stove here, it's a gas stove. We use the oven for storage to keep things off the counter, and we use the counter, the top for storage. It's a great place to put fruit when I bring it home from the farmer's market. This box here is all organic peaches and nectarines and plums that are all locally grown that I picked up yesterday at the farmer's market. But it makes for great storage. And that's my 20 amp Blendtec 2400 watt blender. Super powerful. It breaks things up at a cellular level. Yeah, super micronizes the food to release all the phytochemicals from especially the stems and the seeds and the skin. So it makes the food extra nutritious. And there on the counter we have different smoothie items. I use different things at different times for different smoothies. Starting from the far right, we have some coral calcium that I use occasionally. And then it's maca root powder. And then flaxseed. And when I use the flaxseed, I'll hydrate it overnight and use it in the smoothies. The next one is the hemp seed nut, which is very high in protein and omega-3s and 6 oils. Also these avocado pits, I'll throw those in the smoothies. These are avocado pits from today's avocados, so they'll go in tomorrow's smoothies. Then we got some raw honey. It's unfiltered, raw, and this happens to come from avocado tree blossoms. It's an amazing taste. Very good. Next we have coconut oil, and then goji berries, and then on the bottom here we have a blend of raspberry seeds and strawberry seeds, blueberry seeds, and just super packed with nutrients. And on top of that we have some chlorella tablets. It also has chlorella powder that we use in some of the smoothies. And then next we have some cinnamon, which is great to keep blood sugar under control. And then vanilla caviar, vanilla bean seeds. And next to that we've got some agave nectar, which I will use occasionally to sweeten things up. And here we have some raisins that are rehydrating, and I'll use that possibly with the almonds next to it in making an almond butter. I'll grind up the almonds into an almond flour, then add a little bit of coconut oil or raisins or agave nectar. Very tasty. These are all the tops for my mason jars. After making smoothies in the morning, I always make enough for breakfast and lunch, and so we'll put the smoothie in mason jars, put those on the top, like over here, and then with this contraption here we just pump the air out, creating a vacuum. And next we've got a citrus juicer, and we use these organic oranges that were grown a few miles from here. We have a good set of knives for cutting things up. And all this fruit was obtained locally. These are the first apples of the season. They're a little small, but super tasty, and they'll get bigger as they grow. And we've got some local plums also. Here on the windowsill, we've got my prilled water. You can see the prill beads in there, which alkalizes the distilled water. Distilled water's pH is about 6.5 or so, and this will raise the alkalinity to about 8.5. and it's super good for the body. As we're moving along, we got this is vinegar in a spray bottle that I use for cleaning things if ever I need something to clean. And here's my avocado stash. I love avocados. A lot of recipes call for avocados in the smoothies, but in my mind it wastes an avocado. I love avocados. I'll cut it open and put a little sea salt on it and just eat it just by itself. And these are all in varying states of ripeness, and they come ripe at the right time. And we have a couple of organic cantaloupes bought yesterday and some plums. It's a food processor that I use occasionally, and this is a little toaster oven that personally I don't use, but my wife and daughter uses it occasionally to warm something up. And up here we have some sort of strange contraption. It's got buttons on it. I'm not sure what they do, but there's numbers and words. And of course, if you're watching this, you probably realize how dangerous these microwave ovens are. So this is what I use it for. It's great secure storage, keeps things dry, and mostly in the dark. I've got my bricks meter here, refractometer, that I can test the bricks level on different fruits and vegetables. I have a few measuring cups, and this brown liquid here is my probiotic that I culture and grow myself. And what I do, I take about 1.5 ounces of the mixture and mix it with blackstrap molasses, and in about a week or so it cultivates a brand new batch. In fact, this jar in the back there is something that's being cultivated. Will probably be ready in 3 or 4 days, and I know it's ready when the pH reaches 3.5, and it's a super living probiotic. It's the list of good bacteria in it is very impressive, and in the millions and billions of CFU, or colony forming units. And there's another Prill bottle there, and we keep 2 going at all times so we never run out. It takes about 24 hours for the first batch, and then you can use 3/4 of it, fill it back up, and in another hour you're good to draw off another 3 quarts. And that pretty much shows the kitchen. And my smoothie bar, probably 80% of what I consume comes out of that blender. Whether it's fruit smoothies for breakfast and lunch, green smoothies for evening meal, and got a few spices up there, and sea salt. But this is my kitchen.